Okay, so let's take care of this last one.
Riga will be soon fully under our control, and the United States Marines landing in Brno has been prevented. We are doing great in the north.
But things are not going great in the south, Colonel. The Suwalki Gap is wide open, and the Americans are bringing more and more reinforcements from overseas. We need to relocate our troops to the south as soon as possible.
There is one last task at hand before we can do that. The USMC rear base in Estonia was not located in Brno, leaving only one option, Kuressaare. This is the last naval air base in the region. Once we control it, the Gulf of Riga will definitely be ours.
You are too slow, Colonel. And you too, Commander. You had all the cards in hand to make this Estonian campaign a lightning victory. Instead of what? You have progressed like slugs, being overly careful when momentum was the key. And while you took your sweet time, we were losing Lithuania.
Watch your mouth, girl! You filled battalion's head with your ideas of glorious battles and lightning victory. See where that led him! I am a decorated officer of the Russian army, and the Soviet army before that. War has been my entire life, so from now on, we will do things as I say, and you will sit and watch. Your father was not a goddamn hero. He died like a fool because he swallowed the same pathetic, heroic crap you've been feeding Battalion all this time.
You will pay for those words dearly. I swear it, Colonel Demidov.
I don't think
Well,
he...
go on then. Do your worst.
What do we got? Capture the city of... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Secure the airfield. And, oh great, there's an entire Marine Expeditionary Unit in the Gulf. Joy. Well, that's going to be a problem. I hope they give us some cruise missiles, because I am not sure how I'm going to deal with ships.
Kuressaare. So this has been the rear base from which the US Marines have been deploying their reinforcements into Estonia all alone. Time to cut off the last head of the Hydra.
The heads grow back. Okay, what do we have? Motor rifles, supplies.
Our scouts have identified the first enemy strong points around that large mall. Start your attack in this direction, Commander.
Okay, hang on. What do we have? A very limited fighting space is what we have. Okay, so what? This is going to be... Okay. I'm guessing we're going into the bay. That's an airfield over there. Okay. So I can help Morozova get her revenge. Personally, I want to drive a metal rod through her skull. What do we have? Support. Ural. MTLB. Tunguska. Okay. And a game crash. Or just a straight up computer restart. Nope. Nope. And then we have mortars. Okay. It was a game freeze, not a game crash. That's good. Oh, and... Ooh, we get T90M Opposets 2017s, T72 Opposets 2016s. Does doesn't appear to have the active protection systems, though, which is a bit sad, but eh. Also doesn't quite have the same quality ammunition. BTR 82s with the armor package, BMP 2s, BMP 3s. And it looks like we got a lot of options for infantry. Motor rifles, assault infantry, ATGM infantry, Cornets, Cornet M's specifically. Okay, those. The Cornet M is a very brute force anti-tank weapon. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do any of this fancy top attack business. It's just a sodding great big missile with a sodding great big warhead that has a sodding great big amount of HE pen, or heat pen rather. BRM 1K. Okay. Razvedka. Joy. Right. So I'm probably going to want to start with some tanks. And I'm going to want... I'm also going to want some infantry, because there's certainly going to be some defenses around here. Do I have artillery? I have mortars, but I'm also going to want a pair of Tunguskas, because there's going to be something not nice. No, there's motor rifles. Okay. T90Ms.
Meanwhile, I will launch my assault from the left and flank them. We meet at the airbase. Give me the fault.
Okay. The airbase is over here, so I'm going to be pushing this way. Alright, and what has he got? BMP-2Ms. Alright. Noted. So, ideally I would like a few more BMP-3s with some more infantry, but... What are the Tunguskas packing? Semi-active... Decent damage. Okay. Alright, so they're not exactly bad. Also, I'm pretty sure I can just tell them to pop that on and go over here. So if I'm going to be honest, I still think Batalin was an idiot for wanting glory in war. But... okay. I'm not going to badmouth the man. Yes, I realize I just called him an idiot and then said I'm not going to badmouth the man. What I mean is... he didn't make great decisions.
Here they are. Get ready for battle.
Oh joy, FAPs. Well, at the very least, I don't have trophy. Also, I would not want the front of my, or the side of my tank facing that FAP. So, get back around. Okay, we do have some supplies there. I have a nagging suspicion advancing down this road is... Oh, hi! Well, things went from 0 to 60 real quick. We do have the T-72 B3Ms. Actually, you know what? Move the air defenses over here first. Before they get themselves blown up. And I'm going to basically bide time, gather points, and mortars. Until I can get those 6 T-72s. Oh, he's got mustas. Where's the tanks? Oh boy, that's a lot of not great things over there. Well, nuts. I was trying to save that. Oh, and you just drove right out in front of the tanks. Well, that was quick. That would have been both very annoying and rather hilarious if that missile had hit the supplies, blown them up, and taken out the Tunguska. Can I call down mortar fire on there? Yes, I can. I'm aware. I know it may not quite look like it, but I do have the entire situation under my control. Oh, they have their own mortars. Cute.
A foothold in a city. Continue your offensive across the swamps. Secure the second half of the city. We'll stage the final assault on the air base from there.
Come around here.
Progress is fast on my side. I can transfer some reinforcements from my group. What would be most helpful, Commander?
Ooh, what are we looking at? So we've got basically motorized, mechanized, or guard. Give me tanks.
Every 10 years, someone claims their latest gadget will mark the end of tanks. And yet they are still rolling. Be careful with our new T-14th, though they're technically still in field trials.
I knew that's where we'd find the mortars.
The enemy will throw everything they have to stop your advance, and they have plenty of helicopters available. So, make sure to bring along some anti-air units.
Yep. Okay, and you were talking about T-14s, huh? Are they in the vehicle tab? They are. Oh, no, look, we get Terminators. Okay, cute. And BMOTs. Also cute. So they give us T-14s to play with. And some BMPTs. To be fair, this is actually the kind of environment that BMPTs were specifically designed for. What do we have? Transport helicopters. Completely unarmed transport helicopters. Joy. Toss and Tor. Okay. We've got some Tors as well. Those are going to be useful. And we get some Tosses. Tosses are fun.
Cruise missiles incoming from the American ships. Make sure you have short-out coverage to intercept them. And stay on the move to avoid becoming a juicy target.
Well, I have a Sam.
Противовоздушная оборона. На приеме. Да, командир.
Move.
Запускай машину.
And here comes the Tomahawks.
Коля Боев. Поехали, подсохли. Commander, our aircraft have been engaged by surface-to-air missiles. Air support will remain unavailable until they are eliminated.
Right, got it. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a pest. T90, T90, T90. Oh, so we lost one of the T... We lost... Yeah, we lost one of the T-72s.
Поехали. Выдвигаемся.
Okay, so I need to cross... Well, I can flank around. But that's a lot of woods, and who wants to bet it's full of recon infantry?
Кого надо поддержать огнем? The Americans are landing reserve forces on the shore. Prepare for counterattacks.
That's not surprising. You know, I'm going to take a couple of the BMPTs. In fact, I'm very tempted to take all of them. And then just... Yeah. Grab the BMPTs. Go over here. Skirt around here. I'm actually going to grab a couple of... Oh! Yes, please. Recon tank. I was going to grab some of the BRM-1Ks, but recon tank is good. I'll take the recon tank. And I'll just take all 4 of these. And I want to see if I can loop around through this bridge to take care of the SAMs. Because I have it on good authority that you are not going to kill a Patriot battery with anything that's flying. So you need something on the ground. Actually, no. I don't want to use the BTRs. I want to use the VTRs once I get closer to here. Also, I should probably move my mortars up. Also, speaking of support, grab another Tunguska. Toss... Oh, it's a longer range version. And Tors. Alright. Actually, you know what? No. Just pull out.
Подтверждаю. Артиллерия возвращается на базу. Разведки готовы. Приказ понял. Выезжаем. Прикроем тяжеловес. Перехват на дорогу. Бэха, слушай. Машин разведки докладывает.
Obviously, it's not going to be as simple as just driving to the Patriots, because they're going to be defended.
Двигаюсь
These things don't have smoke. Yep. Full of recon infantry. What did I say?
Покажите мне пехоту. Я покажу, что ее там нет. Выполняю. БМП на связи. Уже еду. Сами не летаем и другим не даем. Приказ понял, едем.
We only have enough points for one toss. Well, if they don't know we're here before, they do now.
Enemy air defense neutralized. Great job, Commander. Our birds are at your disposal.
Cool. Also, now that... Well, that was incredibly easy. So, now I'm suspicious. Although, I might be able to flank around. Aircraft, what do we have? Su-25s with rockets and bombs. Su-35s with... Alright, well, so we're gonna have aircraft to deal with. That's not... That's honestly not surprising.
А говорили, не существует.
FAP. Okay, well, these woods are going to be full of not nice things. So can I take the Terminators and flank around? Helicopter, that's not going to be of any use to me. Vehicles, what do we have? But yes, I do find it very amusing that the Colonel highlights that every once in a while someone comes along and spouts the end of the tank, and then the tank is still there at the when all the dust settles.
Приказ понял, выезжаем. Запускай машину.
I can pick up one toss, which I will grab.
Противовоздушная оборона, слушаю.
Can the Tors... Okay, so the Tors are capable of intercepting missiles. Good.
Ждет цели. Выдвигаемся. Противовоздушная оборона здесь. Заводи мотор. Приказ понял, 200 по встречке. Экипаж готов. Понял. Принял. Выдвигаюсь. Приказ понял. Едем.
Hang on, how are these armadas kitted out? Completely. They've got the armor package, they've got the top attack missile with terminal guidance, interestingly enough. Okay.
Транспорт на связи. По нам отработали.
Ah! They found a bunch of not nice things.
Терминатор на связи.
Is that the Armada launching that top attack missile? I think it was.
Т-90 на связи. Пути. Машина разведки, слушает. Приказ понял, выезжаем. Пехота здесь, ведем бой. Быстрее! Беттер здесь. Двигаюсь к точке. Прикрытие под обстрелом. Т-90 готов к работе. Сделаю. Тут засада. Возвращаемся на ППД. Транспорт здесь. Беттер здесь. Поедем к Ресу, лейтенант. ПВО ждет целей. Уже еду. Противовоздушная оборона. Докладываю. Заводи мотор. Подай газку. Нехватка витаминов. Пустить дымы. Мы в бою. Транспорт слушает.
Okay, so...
Логистика готова.
Oh, they have an Avenger. Okay.
БТР слушает, по нам бьют. Уже в пути. Еще один такой удар, и мы будем.
Ah, you can't move.
Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке. Разгружай картоху. Т-90, слушай, мы под огнем. Машина готова продолжить сражение. Бронетранспортер на связи. Кого надо поддержать огнем? Погнали! Т-90 на марше! Грузовик снабжения под огнем! Бронетранспортер докладывает. Дави на газ! Мой грузовик потерпел крушение и нуждается в ремонте. Чувствую подбит. Тяж слушает, ведем бой. Армада на связи. Экипаж готов. Вперед! Т-90, готов к выполнению дальнейшего задания. Логистическая машина под огнем! Выпрыгивай!
I can't understand a thing that any of them are saying. I don't speak Russian.
Работаем. Огнеметный расчет ждет ваших указаний. Без проблем. Перемещаясь на заданную позицию. Без проблем. Только сначала запакуемся. Армада, слушай, мы под огнем. Вступаем в бой. Понеслась. Надо бы подлечиться. Готов прикрыть танки. Да.
Hang on.
Покажите мне пехоту. Я покажу, что я там нет.
Oh. The BMPT can fire the attackers on the move. Okay. I wasn't expecting that one. Both the T-90M and the T-14 have been immobilized.
Огнеметный расчет на связи.
Okay.
Накрыть площадь. Бог войны слушает. Выдвигаюсь. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Грузовик снабжения готов к транспортировке. Логистика здесь. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Вечеринка окончена. Вылазим, парни. Педаль в пол.
Did I lose one of the, no, I did not lose one of the T-90Ms. Okay.
Покажите мне пехоту, и я покажу, что ее там нет. Принял. Мы домой. Дорога наш дом.
Oh, they're still making their way back.
Т-90 готов.
Oh, there's some mortars right there. What are you doing? Oh, you're still immobilized, aren't you?
Прикроем тяжеловес. Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке. Ситуация горячая. Excellent. The entire city is under our control.
Покажите мне пехоту. Я покажу, что ее там нет.
There is a large concentration of enemy tanks defending the airfield. Let's strike simultaneously from both directions to force them to expose their side armor.
ПВО на связи. Выдвигаемся. Огнеметный расчет
The
слушаю.
tosses are still loading up. They're almost done, though.
Снабжение заказывали. Поездка окончена. Терминатор на связь. Т-90 слушает.
We're taking fire from enemy artillery, Commander. They're closer to your position. Take them out.
Figures.
Танки грязи не боятся.
Okay, well, now that they are
Запускай машину.
mobile again. Vehicles. Grab another T-14.
Уже в пути.
Oh, there's a new ground spawn point over there. Okay, that's convenient.
Бог войны слушает.
How many supply? Zoom.
Watch
Thank you.
out. Another volley of missiles.
Приказ понял.
They're headed for you, not me. What kind of air defenses do you got? S-400s. Or S-300 V4s, rather. Okay. Also, what kind of tanks do you got? T-90As. Yeah, those aren't great. Oh, here we go. Now there's a, that's a lot of them. Oh boy.
Противовоздушная оборона.
And that, ladies and gents, is why we have air defenses.
Кому тут подсобить?
Put the Terminator back in there. I think I'm going to take the Terminators and the Resvedka and try to move towards the artillery. Well, actually, no, I don't strictly need to,
Погнали.
because...
Поехали, моторные.
Or... Well, no, I don't have enough points for planes.
Вперед.
I'm not going to get the tosses anywhere near within range. And I do not have much in the way of long-range artillery of my own.
Огнеметный расчет здесь. Еду туда. Громко и четко. командир. Принял новый ППМ. Принял.
What are these guys equipped with? Small rockets, really big rockets, and bombs. Okay, cool.
25-й здесь. Какие указания? Воздух слушает. Да, командир. Штурмовой заход. 25-й здесь. Какие будут указания? Цель получена. Выполняю. Подтверждаю получение цели. Кого надо поддержать огнем? Привет. Уже в пути.
Alright, ships.
Принял. Возврат.
You ready to attack, Commander? All right, let's go.
Т-72 на связи. Собираем манатки домой. Сами не летаем и другим не даем. Уже еду.
Hey, smoke!
Транспорт ждет приказа.
The colonel's laying down smoke.
Поехали.
Das ist gut. Yes, I know the irony of speaking German. That's kind of the point.
Бронетранспортер на связи. БТР на связи. Пехота под обстрелом. Убивают нас. Пехота в бою. Я уж думал, нас забыли. Выдвигаемся. 72-ка. Готовы прикрыть танки. Куда вас довести? Тут засада. Выбрасывай.
snapping back, clinging to this patch of land with everything they've got. Continue the assault. We'll drive them into the
Покажите
sea.
мне пехоту. Я покажу, что ее там нет. Еще один удар, и наш танк развалится. Да, командир. Выполняем. ПВО, слушай. Приказ понял, выезжаем. Пойдем по черному. Статус близок к критическому. Терминатор на связи. Тора! Нехватка витаминов. ТТ на связи. Мы под огнем. Поехали, потом заведешь. По нам стреляет.
No more artillery for you today, Pindosi. Keep up the good work, Commander.
That's not a good. That's not a nice word, is it?
Слушай, ведем бой. ПВО на связи. Пехота здесь. БТР на связи.
Come on.
Т-72 вызывали? Т-72 готов к работе. Покажите мне пехоту. И я покажу, что я там на позиции быстрее. Кому нужны припасы? Разгружай картоху. Противовоздушная оборона. Докладываю. Мы под огнем. экипажа. Грузовой автомобиль готов. Огнеметный расчет на связи. 333! ПВО ждет целей. Огнеметный расчет слушает.
Hmm.
Прикроем тяжеловес. Коробочка на приеме. Поехали. 90-ик на проводе. Прием. Кто здесь?
So what do I have? A T90, the Resvedka.
90 вызываем.
Okay. So I've got two T90s, two T72s, the Resvedka, and a Terminator. Alright.
Уже в пути. Принял. Выдвигаемся.
And we are still within range of that 5-inch gun, it seems.
Противовоздушная оборона. На приеме. Двигаюсь к точке.
You,
Противовоздушная
over
оборона.
there.
Слушаю.
Oh, good grief.
Сами не летаем.
So,
Идрогим не
the
даем.
problem with having different... The problem with using both the left and right mouse button is that it's easy to forget which is which.
Катимся. ПВО, докладываю. Противовоздушная оборона здесь. Сами не летаем и другим не даем. На максимальных оборотах. Понеслась. Запускай машину. Выдвигаемся. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Выпрыгивай. Возвращаемся домой.
Also, there is a ton of SAMs over there, so that's not really going to work. Well, I mean, there's a guided missile destroyer over here, and that thing is basically designed for fleet air defense, so... I'm not going to be able to take care of that. Not on my own. Not without some fancy new trick.
Исход, на дорогу!
We don't have any ATGM carriers, which is a bit annoying. I do, however, have Cornet teams. Oh, my nose hurts. Right. So, I want to wait to push again.
Коля понял!
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. So the only vehicle I'm missing is a T-14, which I don't have enough points for. Okay. I should probably start gathering up some of these supplies just sprinkled around the map and do something about them.
Дорога наш дом. Поддай газку. Выдвигаюсь. Логистика готова. Как ракетные сани на рельсах. Приказ понял. Едем. Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке.
To be fair, I do kind of have ATGM carriers. They're called the BMPTs.
Логистика здесь. Поездка окончена.
I might want to be MP3s for fire support as well.
I am Красный Царев. Т-72 готов продолжить бой. Быстрее! Задний ход.
Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
Двигаюсь к точке. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Меняем ППД. Логистика готова. Направляюсь обратно на базу. Куда вас доставить? Сбросить лишнее. Задание выполнено. Возвращаемся. Специалисты по противовоздушной обороне готовы. Погнали!
There we go. Now, last vehicles I want to get are these. 65. So what's that? 260? I need 260 points before I can get all 4 of those. The BMP2s. Or I suppose I could get the BMOTs, but... Oh, Sosna. So, there's supposed to be an achievement to help Morozova get her revenge. I wonder when that's going to come into play.
Выдвигаемся. Пути. Принял. Выдвигаюсь. Уже еду. Давай прокатимся.
Okay, let's hurry this up just a touch.
Транспорт ждет приказа. Запускай машину. Понял. ПВО, слушай. Приказ понял, выезжаем. Транспорт заказывали? Коля, понял.
I suppose I could thunder run this.
Двигаемся. Противовоздушная оборона. На приеме. Заводи мотор. Т-72 готов к выполнению дальнейшего задания. На максимальных оборотах. Ситуация горячая. Уже еду. Т-90 на связи. Транспорт, слушаю. Статус близок к критическому.
The air base is ours. The last remaining enemy forces are retreating toward their ships. Don't give them a chance to re-embark.
Приказ понял, едем.
The ships are leaving. Don't let them escape. I'm transferring all our anti-ship missile platforms to your control, Commander. Iskander, scum of helicopters, Tupolev bombers. Throw everything we've got at them. Sink those ships.
Belated order, Commander.
What? Why would we do that?
This is part of an agreement we are currently negotiating with the Americans. We're letting their ships leave in exchange for concessions.
This is just a trick. The moment the ships are out of the range, they will go back on their promises. On the contrary, destroying their fleet would strengthen our position.
Your opinion on the matter wasn't requested, Colonel. The order comes from above, so do your duty and stand down.
Well, you know what? I doubt that. It's pretty clear you've had your own agenda for quite a while to pursue your pitiful vengeance against me. I rather think that you're trying to trick me to failure and use me as your scapegoat. Destroy those ships, Commander.
Don't do that, Commander. Following this order would be treason. Don't help this imposter jeopardize our negotiating advantage.
Экипаж готов.
You know, I kind of want to go with the Colonel. If only because Morozova has been... well, there's some ways that... there's some words... I mean, I already said there's some words I can use to describe her.
One ship destroyed, one more to go. Glad to see you're siding with me, Commander. The past is the past, and winning this war is more important than any petty personal grudges.
You made a big mistake, Commander. Now your fate is bound to that of the Colonel.
Second ship destroyed. Great job, Commander. So, how exactly are the Americans going to negotiate now, without their fleet to intimidate us, huh?
Oh, there's a lot more where that came from, Sunshine. That was just one Arleigh Burke and one LHA. We've got like... I think we've got about a dozen more LHAs, and then we've got like what, 70 more Arleigh Burks? Yeah, trust me, if we wanted to, with direct fire from the coast, that's kind of what I did. But trust me, if we wanted to, well, the sky would turn black with cruise missiles, and not quite a 2.5 KD ratio. That's a bit sad. Anyway, that's the campaign. That was actually really, really good. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Oh, what's this? Yet war endures, ever marching on. So the conflict is far from over.
After less than a month of conflict, this war that doesn't want to be called a war has already taken a heavy toll on its belligerents. In Moscow, as in Washington, and throughout all of Europe, demonstrations for peace are being organized, bringing together hundreds of thousands of people. Special diplomatic envoy Miller, mandated by Washington to find a way out of this conflict, spoke today after talks in Saudi Arabia with his Russian counterparts. Let's hear him speak.
Oh, this guy.
First of all, I'd like to thank my Russian counterparts for their cooperation during the negotiations. We have succeeded in agreeing on an immediate ceasefire, which will take effect tonight at midnight Moscow time. During this ceasefire, a status quo antebellum will be established.
Basically,
Russian troops in the Baltic states
basically the
will
lines
withdraw
as
behind
they
the
are.
Russian and Belarusian borders, while American troops will do the same in the Kaliningrad Oblast. As a sign of appeasement, we also wanted to ensure that those responsible for this conflict would be brought to justice in their respective countries. General Bennett and his aide-de-camp, Lieutenant Colonel Williams, have already been relieved of their duties and are waiting trial by court-martial.
Of course.
On the Russian side, Colonel Demidov is expected to serve a prison sentence in an Arctic penal colony. We welcome the outcome of these negotiations and announce the progressive withdrawal of the majority of our troops from Europe, leaving the newly created European Army the task to ensure stability in the region, while our troops will be redeployed to the Pacific to meet the growing security threats in that part of the world.
So, I wonder if I had sided with Miller, if that video would have been different. And if I had sided with Morozova, if that video would have been different as well. Huh. But of course, Miller would frame up Bennett and Williams. I'm not at all surprised for that to happen. Anyway, I like that. Whoever wrote that campaign, that guy did a very good job. I like Bennett's character. I think, so I was initially critical of Bennett's character because he almost seemed like the stereotypical general. And the fact that he was actually the sensible one is very amusing to me. I like that. The Colonel, I like the Colonel. He did seem a bit bloodthirsty at the end. Honestly, the only reason why I sided with him was because A, I don't like Morozova, and B, I said in one of the Search and Destroy when I was playing Search and Destroy, one of the times that didn't make it, that if there was a choice between Morozova and the Colonel, I was gonna pick the Colonel because I like him. Like I said, he did get a bit bloodthirsty at the end there. Batalin, I was very surprised about his character. I was honestly not expecting that outcome for him. And, he did end up dying like a hero. Although, the fact that he died wasn't necessarily a surprise, but, yeah. Also, I'm sorry, it annoys me that Miller was blaming that Miller was blaming Bennett and Williams. I'm sorry, but I think the plan does not involve the use of nuclear weapons is the sensible one. Also, the credits stopped, but the back is still changing. So, I don't know what's going on here. The game freeze again. But yeah, I really like that. I really, really enjoyed that. Honestly, I think the US side of the story would actually make a pretty darn good movie. But like I said, I think it would kind of been interesting to see what would happen if you sided with Miller and Morozova. Honestly, I think Miller's crazy, and I would like to have kicked... Honestly, I'd like to Sparta kicked Morozova out of a helicopter, and then Miller right along after her. Although, between the two, I think I don't like Morozova more than I don't like Miller. So that was pretty fun. Honestly, it looks like you're supposed to be able to play Search and Destroy, and then the Ride of the VDV. But... Anyway, that was very fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I kind of want to replay Broken Arrow and Road to Fiddler's Green and take the other options. And I need to replay Broken Arrow again to actually complete it without it being bugged. But I will be siding with Bennett because Miller's a crazy idiot.